We're back. Part 2 ya. Jessica, can you show me your dad's bills? I might be able to help. Benny, you are you serious? These bills are something awful. Oh, dia belum tahu siapa Jessica. Pulaunya dibayarin sama dia. Leon, I took a grander and there are a whole lot more we can do for the old tower this time around. Okay, I took a gander. Apa sih gander tuh? I took a gander and there are a whole lot more we can do for the old tower this time around. Gak ada lagi yang bisa kita lakukan ya. Miles, I already told you. That Laura girl did a great job tidying things up and fixing that could be fixed. But you just had to come out here yourself. Leon, just want to see if there's anything Black still missed that we could handle. Miles, what? You think you're gonna pay off your loans if you work overtime? Leon, I can't dream. Can I? Miles, you are better off praying for goldbacks to fall from the sky. Miles, I told you, your only lifeline at this point is selling off all the shares you've got in the mine. No, Miles. I know you blew your life savings and took out loans to get those shares, but Leon, hell no, Miles. Let me ask you, how much debt is that payment from Black Steel even gonna clear? I reckon it's nowhere close to even paying off the interest. Leon. Miles, how about this then? Help me with the plant maintenance. We'll be able to keep it running off the fuel that Black Steel brought. Miles, I also happen to have a few days off. I'll pay you with the money Black Steel gave me, and that will buy you some time with the bank, at least. Leon. Leone. No, Miles. You earned that money. Besides, how's that any different from just giving it away? Miles. Not like this. Not like that. Sounds to me like you got an excuse to say no to everything. It ain't gonna matter when you are bankrupt and the bank's stealing the shirt off your back. Leon, there's gotta be a way. Jessica. Beer, electricity, security deposit, everything looks fine, and it's within the range of what I can cover. Elena. What you can cover? Are you gonna pay off Leon's debt? Jessica. If possible, yes. Benny. That's more afraid of owing favors than anything else. When my brother passed away, he couldn't even afford a funeral. And when people offered to lend him money, he said he didn't want to be treated like a beggar. So he ended up following Uncle Woodruff around outside, logging, hunting, fin catching. He worked so hard those 2 months that when he came back, his fingers were deformed. Jessica. And how much money did he make from all that? Benny. About 2,000 or 3,000? Jessica. He'll never pay back his debts like that. Jessica. Wait, what? Still one of the mine's shareholders? Is still one of the main shareholders? Elena, forget it. After the mine shut down, he's had to pay all kinds of fuel fees, vacancy fees, and land management fees just to keep his shares. And he borrows piles of money from the bank every year to do it. Jessica, that, that's practically an open wound you're bleeding him dry with. Even if I came in to help him, there's no way he'd be able to pay it off. If he doesn't dump those shares, he's going to have nothing left. Benny, not happening. Dad loves that mines more than anything. He'd never dump those shares, even if we both go sent to the frontier for hard labor. Elena, Benny, don't talk about your father like that. Benny, titik 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 titik. Helena, by the way, Jessica, what's gotten into you all of a sudden? Is something wrong? Leon's still a shareholder in the mine, so the bank's not likely to make him declare bankruptcy anytime soon. Jessica, I saw someone try to kidnap Benny today to force Leon to pay off his debts. Elena, kidnapping? Elena, they can go after Leon all they want, but to try to kidnap a teenage boy? Have they no shame? Benny, you're staying with me for now. When Leon finds out his kid's missing, I'll give him a piece of my mind and ask him what the hell he's doing as a father. Benny, no, don't tell him. I don't want him to worry. Aduh, kok gue yang kaget ya? Dia yang kesel, gue yang kaget. Elena, we've gone way past making him worry. He needs to know damn well the consequences of what he's doing. Benny, I still need to go home. Elena, how can such a stubborn asshole have a kid as sweet as you? Jessica, in any case, if he's willing to sell his shares, then that, combined with some tax rebates and provincial policies never notice, should be enough to cover the debt. Elena, you sure? Jessica, I can practically guarantee it. Elena, alright, sounds like he just needs a good reminder to stop messing around. Cir, udah sulit. Buat apa dia mempertahankan share itunya nggak jelas. Sylvia, it's finally over. So, why is the main switch for the entire building located just 100 steps from the front entrance? This is also some great phrase science from the bank's founder. That's ridiculous. It doesn't make a lick of sense. One step, two steps, three steps. There's 7 paces out. Then make a left turn. 24, 25, 26. Oops, bump into the lamp. 57, 58, 59, 100. Anxious man. Excuse me, Sylvia. Can I help you? Anxious man. Is the bank still open? I'd like to take out a loan. Irritable woman. Sylvia? Get over here, Sylvia, quick! I'd like to borrow some money from the bank. Can I count on you to get me a slightly better interest rate? Oh, I should never have been so mean to you. Irritable woman. What are you doing here? Anxious maid. Wait, you! What are you doing here? Sylvia. I'm sorry, you two, but we're not open for business today. Seeing the couple stare at each other in silence, Sylvia bows her head and steps away from the bank's gates. The whole way back, thick darkness that even the streetlights do not penetrate lingers with her, caressing her neck affectionately. Since her mother passed away, she left work the same way every day, just like this. Sylvia. 1877, 1878, and home. Kaget. Sylvia, Mom, I'm home. She waits for a long time, but only silence greets her back. After a moment, she takes out her keys, opens the door, wipes the soles of her shoes on the doormat, and leaves the suffocating darkness in the street behind her. Udah? Operation CV3 Tricks. Tipuan.
私の明かりについてきてください。塩と海霧に飲まれないように。みんな、助けに来たよ。面倒だな。みんな、こっち来て。どけ。私の武器は誰にでも扱えるわけではない。警戒態勢を維持します。自分のための戦いを。わあ、リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。配置につきました。戦場に出たから死ぬ覚悟決めろ。
Damage-nya makin gede tapi.
よくだよ、祝おうよ。
戦場に出たからには死ぬ覚悟決めろ。貴様の生死は私。
本気で行くよ。迷ってる暇はないわ。
Ini kali ya. Tadi ya. Ini di sini.
これより索敵を行う。
私は一歩も引きません。
どけ。
時間がない。燃えなさい。手加減はしませんよ。
時間がない。
戦場に出たからには照準。
わあ、本気で行くよ。
了解した。
Attack was 100% gain invisibility.
私は一歩も。
雷鳴よ、轟け。時間がない。
Nggak bisa dong ini mati dong. Kecil nggak sih?
先輩、どうかご心配なく。命をさらう死を溶けてしまえ。動く。
どけ。
時間がない。手加減はしませんよ。
Nggak bisa. Jangan maksa.
リスカム準備完了。どけ。
気配を感じたら剣を抜きます。動かないで。
君たちの命は
動かないで。本気で行くよ。
私の武器は誰にでも扱えるわけではない。
絶対許しません。
Nahan gua kan?
影に踏み我が心が判決を下す。
指令を援護する。どこを目指す気を恐れないで。
手加減はしませんよ。
Bisa.
貴様の生死は私が決める。
レバニーがまた随分足元を気にしてるのね。
たまには上を見てみた方がいいわよ。
Woodrow. Convincing Leon to sell his shares. Not happening. Count me out. Jessica, why? Aren't you two friends? Woodrow, sure, but we wouldn't be. Sure, but we wouldn't be if I forced him to do stuff like that. Okay. We've all tried talking to him about the shares, but the stubborn bastard won't listen. Jessica, is there really no way to get through to him? Woodrow, nope. Nope. And here I was thinking that if only you talk to him for me, then... Woodrow, then what? Jessica, then I'd give you this box of chocolates as a thank you. Woodrow, chocolates, huh? Jessica, the patisserie back home gave me this. The patisserie back home gave me this when I set out. Said I'd have something to chew on whenever my mouth was empty. And now, this is the last box. I'm really reluctant to give this away. So since you don't want to, forget it. Woodrow, Jessica whispered. Did he just respond with a grunt? That's different. Jessica, if you don't want to help then, no chocolate for you, chocolate for you, chocolate for you. That came out wrong. Um, okay, I confess. It was Selena who suggested I bring you chocolates. She said that you have a soft spot for them, Woodrow. So she told you to come. And here you are, Jessica. Leon's situation is looking really bad. I have to try everything I can, no matter what it takes. Woodrow stares right at Jessica, but she doesn't notice. She completely lost in her embarrassment and frustration. Her head drops as she furiously racks her brain to figure out how to navigate this conversation faster. Jessica. Sorry to keep pestering you. I'll head back for now and think of some other way myself. Woodrow. Just leave the chocolates on the cabinet. Jessica. Huh? Woodrow. Give me a moment to pack up and wash my face. Then we're leaving. Krik, krik, krik. Bingung Jessica. Jessica. He's agreeing to it? Even though I totally blew my secret? Does he care about his image with Helena that much? Or is it the chocolates? Well, whatever. All that matters is that he agreed. Jessica. The cabinet. Oh, is it this one? Jessica. The drawers open. The object in the old Sanctus drawer resemble him. Simple and unadorned. A belt, a holster, and a pair of fingerless gloves. Jessica sets the box of chocolates down and notices a few pieces of paper pressed beneath the gloves. Eroded by time, the pages have taken on a brittle yellow complexion. Jessica knows that she shouldn't look, but can control her urges to sneak a peek. Jessica. Is this a photo of Woodrow and the boss? There's another Sancta too, and a piece of paper under the photo. It is an identification document. The black ink is hard to make out on the brown parchment, and only a few words readily stand out. Jessica. Cam. Carlos. Woodrow. You done putting away the chocolates? Jessica. Oh, yes. By the way, Woodrow. Then let's get going. Jessica. Leon, your financial situation is in dire straits. If you drag out your feet any longer, then when the bank declares you unable to repay your debt, you will be forced to declare bankruptcy, and by that point, you won't be able to save your shares or your house. If you insist on holding on to your shares, you'll be forced to sell off your house and won't even have a roof over your head. Leon. Plenty of people have tried to talk me into selling my shares, but you are the first to make a good case for selling my house. Jessica. No, I'm not telling you to sell your house. I'm just reminding you of the consequences. If you don't mind, I can also, what I mean is, I have some money I can give you to help pay off your loans. Even though it's no small amount. Leon, what? Thanks, but no thanks. I did it your charity. Jessica, no, I mean, I lend it to you. But I won't charge any interest. You can just pay it back at your leisure whenever your financial situation has improved. Leon, look, Jessica, I'm a grown-ass man with both my hands and feet. I don't need a little girl half my age lecturing me on how to improve my life. Fuck you, Leon. Fuck you. Fuck you, Leon. Really, fuck you. I had enough reading your story. What the hell? Malah batu, cok. Leon, I hope you never bring this up to me again. Jessica, wait, Leon, please don't push me. Woodrow, sighing. Leon, what? You're out here sipping tea, Woodrow. It's already gone cold. Just take the girl with you when you go. Jessica, aren't you going to say something, Woodrow? You agreed to this, Woodrow. Did I? Jessica, huh? Woodrow, all I said was that I'd come with you, so I did. Thanks for the chocolate, Jessica. Now, if you excuse me. Jessica, you can't do this! Oh, kasihan. At this rate, Leon's going to be left without nothing to his name. Why you so much care about anyways? Why, Jessica, why? Just leave that damn old man, just take his son to Rose Island maybe. Selamatin anaknya aja, biarin aja bapaknya goblok begitu, anjing tolol. Apa coba? Maksudnya apa coba? Udah mau dibantuin kayak gitu, orang udah susah, udah miskin, gak mau dibantuin, goblok. Susah lah, makanya orang miskin kayak gitu, udah miskin tolol lagi. Susah. Kayak Leon ini emang jadinya. So what, try as you like. Would you burn a wet piece of coal, all you get? When you burn a wet piece of coal, all you get is a face full of ashes. Jessica, how could you? Mulai ngeselin nih karakter satu. Bikin susah Jessica, anjir. Bukan urusan Jessica juga padahal. Franca, Captain, are we seriously going to go through the entire list? Rixar, how many doors have we knocked on so far? Franca, 14. Other than the second household, where the middle-aged man's son did in fact run off to join the bandits, the rest were all honest people guilty of nothing more than being unable to pay off their debts. Franca, the bank couldn't dig up any dirt on them, so they've resorted to using us to run them out of town. Despicable. And this is number 15. We'll check just one more and then... Kata Lisarm eh. Lisarm. Wait, what's going on? Why are you sitting outside? Dizzy old man. My head, it's spinning. Impoverish. Impoverished old lady. Go sit outside in the cold, you crusty old fossil. The headache will go away on its own. Franca. Could he have been poisoned? Impoverished old lady. Lucky we found out in time, and we're both just fine. Franca. Ma'am, I thought the plate should have retained its basic heating functions. So why? Impoverished old lady. After the bank declared us bankrupt, they shut off all the heating to our house. Without sunlight, it gets even colder inside. Why else would anyone light their fireplace? Wah, ini judulnya lebih cocok dikasih nama azab riba sih. Akibat riba satu kota terserang azab bangkrut, nggak bisa bayar bunga bank. Azab riba ini. Oh gitu cerita Black Steel ini. Gak penting sih kayaknya, nggak. Ya jelas sih nggak nyambung ke cerita utama. Ini kan sad story ya. Sad story kan ini. Benny. Leon. I'm back, Benny. What are you squatting in front of the stove for? Get up already! Benny, the charcoal today is especially waterlogged. I've been trying to light it for a while now, but I can't get it burning at all. Leon, just look at all the soot on your face. You think you just crawl out of the mines? Hurry up and wipe it off. It ain't a big deal if you can't get it burning. Just wait until I get back. Benny. Dad! Don't tell me you were in such a hurry this morning that you poured water directly into the stove. Leon. Hey, I may be stupid, but I'm not that stupid. Hand me the tongs, I'll do it. Leon. Udah mau mati nih si Leon. Benny, you think I can tell when you're lost in the sauce? Where are you blowing on it directly? Carl told me you can light the stove, which is why he entrusted it to me before he left. Since when have you done it? Leon. What else did Carl tell you? Benny. Everything about how you were so impatient you poured an entire pail of water into the stove to douse the flames. Not only did the coal get ruined, but the bread Elena baked became inedible. She was so mad she chewed your ear off. Leon. When did he tell you all that? Benny. Who do you think left me all alone back then? Leon. Left you on all alone? What are you talking about? How would you even remember anything from when you were so little? All you did was sit in Woodrow's arms and tug on his beard. Benny. I don't believe you. Benny. Who is it? Jessica. Sorry, it's me. All this smoke. Benny. The stove's completely soaked on the inside. I've been trying to ignite the charcoal for a while now, but I haven't had much luck. Give me a moment. Jessica. No problem, I can help out too. Jessica. These pieces of charcoal are completely waterlogged. Can you swap them out? Benny. This is all the charcoal we got from the caravan. Jessica. Then, how about some firewood? Yeah, firewood would be nice. Like, wasn't there any trees or something? It can be chopped out to make a firewood. Jessica. You can put the broken pieces underneath to isolate the moisture. Then lean any thin branches against the stove to light them on fire. Then you just need to add more firewood as necessary. Benny. Where'd you learn all of where did you learn all that? On the battlefield? Jessica. Why do you ask? Benny. Aren't you a mercenary? Jessica. Leon. It's done. Thanks for helping Benny light the stove, but you should leave now. Jessica. But I haven't even said anything yet. I just don't understand. Why are you so stubborn about it? Why are you so stubborn about it? Leon. Of course you wouldn't. Jessica. Then help me understand. I'll never give up if you just keep sending me away. Time to tell us the truth. Leon. Jessica, I was abandoned here by my birth mother when I was just 4 years old. It was the miners here who raised me. When I enlisted in the army, I focused on learning blasting techniques so that I'd be able to help out in the mines. As soon as I was discharged, I came back and became a mining engineer. I was involved in the renovation and expansion of the mining tunnels below town, the factory above us, and even the power plant we repaired a few days ago. Jessica. The miners back then must have lived much better lives than they do now. Leon. If you told me back then what Davistown would become, I'd have figured you were cursing me out. True, life can be unpredictable like that, kata Jessica. Leon. Later, I adopted my co-worker's kids, Benny, and his brother, Carl. Oh, jadi bukan anak kandung ya, anak asuh ya, anak angkat ya. And even later, the mine kept depreciating until all I could do was keeping holding onto my shares no matter what. Like hell I'd lose those damn stakeholders take my life's work and dump it for scraps. Jessica. But there's no way the mine is ever coming back. Leon. Just stop talking. Jessica. I'm serious here. If you keep holding on to your shares, the bank is going to force you to pay off your debts. Leon. Get out of my house. Jessica. Please, Leon. Even if you kick me out, you're going to have to come face to face with reality. Leon. Alright, Betty, step out for a bit. You can stay at Auntie Helena's for a night. I'll come find you after Jessica and I finish talking. Jessica. Wait, you can send Benny away? Leon. Now you're trying to lecture me on how to be a parent? Jessica. Yesterday... Benny. Just stop it already, Jessica. Not another word. Jessica. Yesterday, some gangsters hired by the banks went after your son. Leon. Is that true, Benny? Benny. Yes. Leon's heart constricts as he looks at Benny's soot-stained face. Leon. Why? Why did you tell me anything, Benny? Even if I did, what good would it be? Even if I did, what good would it do? Would you march up to the bank and make a scene? What would that even solve? Pelan-pelan dong, anjir, kaget gua. Asli marah-marah aja nih semua dari tadi. Karakternya nggak beres. Santai mbak, santai mas. Oke. Jessica kaget. After seeing his child leave, the man who had been talking so confidently a moment ago immediately hunches his back and squats down by the stove. Aduh, ikutan sesak napas gue jadinya. Ikutan sesak napas. He picks up the tongs and carefully prods at the wood. Tongs, calipers. Even though the flame is already burning brightly, a puff of black smoke still comes out and sends him into a fit of coughing. Leon. If I sell my shares in the mine, what will I have left? Jessica. At the very least, you won't leave Benny saddled with debt, and they won't take your house. Leon. First, it was Carl. After Carl left, it was Benny. Ever since I took on so much debt, I've been out working from sun up to sundown, leaving the kids at home to fend for themselves. They were in charge of keeping the stove lit, and they had to handle the finances. And Benny was nearly kidnapped. Leon. In the end, I couldn't pay off my debts or protect the people I wanted to protect. Leon. I'm a right bastard. True and true. Fuck, you know it. Just listen to Jessica already. Leon smacks the stove hard with the tongs. Hard enough to cause sparks to fly. Leon. I'd rather die than bow down to those savages at the bank. Just the thought that they'd have the gall to kidnap Benny makes me want to blow the whole damn place to bits. Jessica. Leon. You said earlier that after I sell my remaining shares, I'll at least be able to leave the house for Benny? Jessica. Leon. But you sure did a number on my stove just to win me over. You were kidding when you said you'd do anything. Jessica. No, I didn't pour the water in there. I wouldn't go that far. Leon. Wait. If it wasn't you, then who? Who else might be? Kalau bukan Woodrow. Leon. Woodrow? What are you doing here? Pelan-pelan. Tutup pintunya pelan-pelan, kaget gua. Kacau Sumpah. Woodrow doesn't answer. He simply walks right up to the stove and sets down a heavy-looking box. Leon walks over and sees the box stuffed haphazardly with charcoal pieces. Woodrow, consider it an apology. Jessica, relax, Leon. The toes of your shoes are about to tear the carpet. Akhirnya kebang. Leon, relax. That word has no place here. Jessica, I've prepared all the promissory document and transport contracts, so the bank should have nothing to say. Of course, Benny helped out a lot. Of course, Benny helped out a lot as well. The process shouldn't take very long and it all goes smoothly. Would you like me to get you some water? Leon, nah, I'm good. The fact that I can even stand here means I'm already mentally prepared to let it all go. Jessica, I'm really sorry about this, said Jessica. Leon, just leave me alone for a second. Now that I can single-handedly release them from those blood-sucking shareholders with the swipe of a pen, I need a moment to myself so I can say goodbye. Sylvia, Jessica, Sylvia. Yes, so here's the deal. I took a sneak peek at the documents you prepared. Mr. Dermin's loan's repayment is not within the scope of my job, but there are a number of issues with your reference data. The shares are overvalued, and there are some holes that don't add up in the end. You are still short by a considerable amount. I'd appreciate it if you could call him over for me, since there's no way I can face him. Jessica, no, we're not going to put that on him right now. I'll make a check out to the bank. So, can you keep it a secret for me, please? Sylvia, this much? In one lump sum? Jessica. Jessica nulis cek. Jessica cok nulis cek. It's not that big of a deal, desperate times. But if Mr. Dermot found out, you know how prideful it can be. Jessica, which is why this is just between us. Nobody else needs to know. Please, Sylvia. Sylvia, oh, okay then. Sylvia, then could I take another look at your documents? Jessica, I only have copies with me. Sylvia, that's good enough. There are still areas that could use some adjustment. Sylvia, and then there's the tax returns. Sylvia, look! These are all items that could have been written off. 30 bucks here, 75 there. There's also a rather large deduction here. A full 400. 400. 400. Adding everything up, it comes out to 1,329. 1,329 1390 300 1300 n 1329. Though that's barely a fraction of the amount you have to make up for. Jessica, you discovered all that just by casually thumbing through the documents? Sylvia, this looks good enough. Then I'll directly report this and say that you filled a brand new application. Jessica, finally! That should take care of the weight around Leon's neck. But he's far from the only. But, but he's far from the only one. I need to pick up the pace before Fort Baron arrives. Siapa tuh Fort Baron? Every person I help has to count for something, right? Bank employee, manager. We can close Leon's Theremin's case. He finally decided to sell his shares. Bank manager, that obstinate bastard set us back for years. Bank employee, he was also extremely rude when selling them, scolding us with some rather colorful language, and calling us kidnappers and so forth. Bank manager, but what can he do after that run his mouth? Bank employee, well then, how about we pay him a direct visit next time? Bank manager, no need to rush. I heard someone advanced the money for him, and now he is indeed debt-free. Bank manager, but once his shares are sold, there are plenty others circling the mine, waiting for us to swoop in. Yes,
自分の力で
できました。
皆さんを守れましたか？
Mamoremasta ka? Itu ya, mamoru protect ya. Mamoremasta ka? Able to protect everyone. Mamoremasta ka? The man who wasn't there. The man who wasn't there. Kita pakai typhoon lah ya. Typhoon is really typhoon. Oh, nggak ada mountain gue ya. Belum punya mountain. Oh, kita bawa Jessica. Elena, I feel weird saying this, but if the heating's still chugging along and stoves lit too, why does it feel so cold? The man's not up to something again, are we? Are they? Woodrow, I hung them up all night and my socks still ain't dry. What's that noise? Elena, how many times do I have to tell you to shave, Woody? Every time you take a sip of water, you spill droplets all over the table. Woodrow, what are you on about? I ain't had a drink since I came in. Elena, then where did all these water stains come from? Oh? Woodrow, your dinner just getting old and rickety, just like my brain these days. Like, am I remembering this wrong? Or has there always been a huge water stain over there? Elena, the pipes! The water pipes ruptured? Oh my god! No way my rundown old floodboards can handle all this water damage. Go and turn off the valve. Don't look for something to catch the water leaking in. I'll take care of things upstairs. Oh, too late kayaknya. My poor waist. I can barely even stand up straight. How are things looking up there, Woody? I suggest you grab a chair and sit down before I tell you. You ain't as spry as you used to be. Spare me the theatrics and just lay it on me. I've seen all by now. It's floated up to my knees and all the furniture's ruined. What about my clothes in the wardrobe? Are they okay? Your favorite color is red, right? Said Woodrow. Elena, I hope this is a good news. Woodrow, perfect. The water from the pipes all rust colored, so I'm guessing all your clothes will be, too. Elena, so what the hell were you doing up there all this time? Woodrow, grabbing all this. Oh, I almost forgot about this box. Where did you find it? Woodrow, where else? In the wardrobe. Not like you have been anywhere else to hide stuff. I also grabbed a few things off your nightstand. Elena, at least there's no water inside. Now let's take a look. Here's the insurance policy. Should cover today's damages. Also the deed to the land, the house, and my passbook. Why is still hanging on to that? You know you'll never touch none of that money, said Woodrow. Woodrow, you throw it away if you were me. Would you throw it away if you were me? See, you get what I'm talking about, don't you? What he saved up all these years wasn't just the money. It was his conviction too. Sentimental old fool. We're all old fools here, Woody. Compared to the fickle future, the pieces of the past we've built up over the years hit that much closer to home. Says you. Look, it's the novel that was sitting on the nightstand too. I have been opening it for the longest time. The same old cliche love story about a rich girl and some farmer. Why you gotta be so grumpy? Ain't you got nothing nice to say? Woodrow, I've got plenty, like good luck at the bank tomorrow. You should thank your lucky stars I've mellowed with age. So what about you? Any plans for tomorrow? Woodrow, I'm gonna bring Jessica along to have a talk with someone. A talk? Yep, just your normal talk. Just a normal talk. Boris, put the gun down, yeah, put the gun down, yeah. If you got something to say, old man, I'm listening. What are you scared of? If you ask me, I'm as gentle as they come. Okay. I don't believe so. So, you wanna chat? Let's chat. You and the bandits out there have been meeting up in secret these last few days. How about you share what you talk about? Let go of me, old man. I say it, you spineless whip. Give him a good kick, Jessica. Okay. What are you doing? Wiping your shoes on my pants? Forget it, Jessica. How's your aim? Not too bad, I think. Perfect. Can you try the bullet right between his ears? Ah! Sorry, sir. My hand is a bit shaky, but it's not like I hit you with that last one, so you can stop screaming. It's fine. You'll get it after a few tries. Alright. It was what? It was because they've been short on manpower these days. So they're trying to recruit us. I figured, seeing how none of us on the plane can repay our debts anyway, might as well give some folks a chance to dig themselves out. You are talking about converting people to a life of banditry? It's not like I forced them or anything. They were ready to jump ship before I even finished talking. Come on, like I said, what you felt so afraid of? Just tell me the truth. Ruvian, says the man waving a gun in my face. What if he says something that pisses you off? Jessica, where are those bandits hiding now? Ruvian, how would I know? They're so damn slippery. Woodrow, that's enough, Jessica. Brewery's brute. Just let us go already, old man. You can take anything you want from this room, please. Woodrow, I'll be surprised. These punks actually have some pretty nice stuff. Even get some bottles of beers and champagne in the corner. Did we seriously just let them walk away scot-free? Woodrow, all I care about is finding those missing people. If these punks wanna leave the plane, that's their call. I ain't gonna judge them for it. But I think... Okay, want some to drink? I think I'll pass. Mellow, full body fragrance of hops and refreshing aftertaste. Where the hell did they get such quality booze? Helena, bank employee. My sincere apologies, Helena, ma'am. After a preliminary review and discussion, we cannot accept your compensation application. The damage to the water pipes in your incident photos is clearly man-made. Man-made? Wait, you mean someone messing with us again? Considering your restaurant is revenue and liabilities, we have ample reason to believe that you deliberately damaged your own water system to cash out on the insurance plan. You think this is insurance fraud? No, ma'am. We're simply saying it's a reasonable conclusion to make. As long as you can provide professional proof that eliminates that possibility, we'll be able to move on to the claims process. How the hell am I supposed to find a judge or a lawyer on this damn plate? It's been ages since they all left. My apologies, but we're simply following procedure. If that's all, then I'd like to assist the next customer. There's a long line behind you. Then withdraw the money from this passbook. This passbook? Yes, this jogs my memory. You've already applied several times before. But can you prove that you can buy this source of income legally? He sent me this passbook along with a letter, but by the time I arrived Davistown, he'd clearly passed away. All his neighbors can attest. Bank employee, do you really expect that to hold up legally speaking? Do you really expect that to hold up legally speaking? Sometimes it do hold up. Yeah, maybe. Yes. Just give me back my stuff. I'm leaving. All your belongings are right here. Remember to take them with you, ma'am. Also, may I offer you a little reminder? What is it? Based on the photos you provided, you can only guarantee one thing. The floating to your restaurant has significantly reduced its value, meaning it's no longer enough to offset your existing debts. based on the photos you provide. I've heard enough! Just keep your trap shut, bastard! Bastard! You bastard! You imperial bastard! Let's start. Helena? Looks like she didn't notice us, Helena. Just like the match, you're back to get in again. Franca, why are there so many people here today? What's the bank up to? What's the bank up to? Anxious elderly woman. This is the collection notice I received earlier this morning. It says that I'm insolvent. I will be declared bankrupt soon. But I've been making my payments. Bank employee. Ma'am, we've been extending your loan term so far, but we're no longer able to grant you leniency. The good news is that after liquidating your existing assets, your remaining balance will be only 2,000 gold certificates. 2,000 golds. Which I'm sure you have no trouble procuring? Anxious elderly woman. Please, can you extend it just another 2 months? No, 1 month is enough. Bank employee. Unfortunately, no. We can't push it back even a single day. If you're unable to make your payment, we have no choice but to begin the compulsory process. All your property will be confiscated, and you have to leave Davis Town within the time allotted, while continuing to pay your debt of roughly 10,000 certs. Of course. Okay. Failure to do so will result in criminal liability. Anxious elderly woman. But I can afford that. Where is 2 or 10,000? Please, I beg you, just 1 more month. Just 1 more month's grace. Bank employee. If you truly have no other options, then please take a look at this. Bank employee. The pioneer plan. If you apply now, anjay. Nenek-nenek disuruh daftar pionir. Nggak ada otaknya, nggak ada otaknya, nggak ada otaknya. Wait, hello, baby. If you apply now, you'll be able to enjoy a certain amount of loan forgiveness. What the hell is this? Ini bener-bener akibat riba ini. Just elderly woman. But I'm already so old. Nggak masuk akal. Even if I went out the frontier, what could I possibly do? Bank employee. Are you in any position to worry about that? Will you continue to carry your debt at the risk of criminal liability and lose the roof over your head? Or would you rather shed some of your debt and start a new life on the frontier? Do you really need to hear my opinion? Anxious elderly woman. I'll sign it. Excellent. Please head to your right. My colleagues there will help you get signed up. The fuck? Ini jadi film bagus sih. Jadi film bagus sih ini. Next customer. Franca. What the hell is this? Kayak film-film zaman 90-an sih, tapi apa ya judulnya? Lupa gue. Yang main Christian Bale juga tuh. Ada mirip-mirip begini nih ceritanya nih. Aduh, lupa. Coba kita lihat film-filmnya Christian Bale tuh apa aja ya. Film-filmnya Christian Bale. Christian Bale. Iya Christian Bale kan. Iya ini Christian Bale. Ada film lamanya. Itu persis kayak gini ceritanya. Nggak persis sih. Premisnya mirip. Mana sih film lamanya? Film tahun berapa ya? Ini lama banget, Empire of the Sun. Ada yang nonton ini Empire of the Sun? Dia jadi ini kalau nggak salah di sini. Jadi pendeta, jadi pastor kalau nggak salah di sini. Exodus God. Ini Equilibrium. Oh 2002 ya, nggak terlalu lama sih. Ini Equilibrium. Mirip-mirip Equilibrium ini. Ininya, ceritanya. Iya, jadi film bagus ini. Franka, what the hell is this? Bukan Franka, what the hell is this? Kata Franka. Bank manager. If you two are here to discuss business, please get in line. Oh, if it isn't Miss Lixarm and Miss Franca, how are you doing? Have you finished looking over the list? Franca, you've got some explaining to do. Why are you forcing people out into the barrens? Franca marah. Bank manager, by signing the agreement, they can shed a lot of their existing debt and start over without that weight on their backs. Isn't that the best possible outcome? Franca, and what about the list? How are any of these people supposed to be bandits? They're just a bunch of destitute old folks who don't want to be run out of their homes. Bank manager, once they go bankrupt, their houses no longer belong to them, but rather to us, the creditors. What else would you call it when someone takes advantage of the lack of police to squat on someone else's property? Is that not a crime? Franca, so your so-called law and order is just driving out poor people who can pay out? Bank manager, there's nothing so-called about it. That is law and order, Miss Franca. Sudah mulai ngeselin. Langsung hajar aja lah. Minta ditampol duit sama Jessica nih kayaknya. Dibayarin semua sama Jessica ntar utangnya. Jessica, insurance fraud? They're declaring you bankrupt? Helena, that's why I didn't want to talk about it. I feel like I'm gonna pop a blood vessel. Jessica, if the bank is purposely depreciating the value of the diner, how much are they slashing it by? Helena, I've been going back and forth with them for a while now, but seems like they're settling a 50,000 certs. 50,000 certs. 50,000 enggak. Masih ada duit gue segitu di Rhode Island. Jessica, if it's only 50,000, I can lend you the rest. Kan? Dikata, jangan minjem sama bank, minjem sama Jessica. Ya, Dokutah aja minjem sama Jessica. Just like you secretly lend money to Leon. Tahu dia. Sylvia told you? Enggak kayak gitu dia kagetnya. Sylvia told you? Sylvia told you? Jessica kan lemah gemulai gimana gitu kan. Elena, it's been eating up her inside. So, she told me this morning. Don't worry though, I can't keep a secret. Jessica, Elena, if you want to lend me If you want to lend me money, of course I'd accept it. But who knows how long it will take to pay it back. If ever, Jessica, I don't mind. Even if you never paid it back. Elena, no, stop it. Don't say things like that. I'll definitely find a way to return the favor someday. Okay. Jessica, here. Oke, Jessica baru saja tanda tangan cek lagi. Aduh, gila pas banget lihat Jessica di sini tanda tangan cek dua kali ya. Here, when the bank comes to collect, give them this check. Tuh, mamam nih cek dari Black Steel Company ya nggak? Sorry. Aduh. And why are you apologizing? It ain't like you were the one borrowing money. Elena, by the way, one other thing. Leon was too embarrassed to tell you himself, but he wanted me to pass this on. Jessica, he found out about the money. Elena, you silly girl, I told you your secret's safe with me. Why would I tell him? He just wants to treat you to a meal. Helena, seems like Ben isn't the only things Woodrow's been tracking. He's got a good catch of fall bees. Miles and Benny will be there too. Oh, ini. Ada tangkapan lagi ya. Oh, okay then. Diajak makan-makan. Ada hewan korban. Hewan buruan. Elena, you don't sound too happy about it. Jessica, that's because actually I saw a lot of people outside the bank on my way here. They were signing agreements to head out to the frontier. I asked around, and it seems like it's a way of shedding some of their debt. But why do they have to abandon everything and risk their lives to start over in a place with nothing? Just for a little bit of debt relief? Can they even survive that ordeal? Apaan tuh? Suara apaan barusan? Udah lama musiknya nggak yang ini. Kalau musik ini musik senang-senang biasanya. Helena. And last but not least, the main course. Garlic crusted Volbis with roast potatoes. Tuh kan, makan-makan. Jessica, whoa, that smells amazing. Woodrow, I'll have this piece. Helena, put it down, Woody. That's for Jessica. Leon, you heard her. She's the star of tonight's feast. Jessica, it's no big deal. I just saw what was going on in Davis Town and felt that I couldn't sit back and watch. As for the food, I'm fine with whatever really. I even had some biscuit earlier, so I'm not that hungry. Woodrow, see? She's fine with it. Elena, no means no. Benny, this one's for you. Benny, oh wow! Thank you very much. Jessica. Woodrow, what's so funny? Jessica, nothing. It just occurred to me how different you seem compared to when we first met. Miles, yeah, he's been like that for ages. When he first strolled in town, he immediately pissed off pretty much everyone in the mines. We all thought that this grumpy, sharp-tongued asshole was here to cause trouble. Jessica, and what happened after that? Miles, then he met Elena. Leon, he really should be thanking her. If it weren't for her warmth and willingness to put in a few good words for him with those unlikable fellas. But chat a bit today. and you find a common ground tomorrow. In the end, she discovered his more charming side and showed it off to the others. There was even a song going around at that time, probably written by one of her admirers. Still remember how it goes, Miles? Miles. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Right. There was that song. I think it's coming back to me. Leon, give us the intro and let's sing it together. Elena, who gave you just permission to sing in my restaurant? Mirip ini ya, mirip Eblana, mirip lama-lama Helena-nya mirip ini siapa? Kemarin siapa yang di Witch King? Yang rusa juga. Ras rusa kan itu ya, Leone. I wander here alone, not a penny to my name. My hometown far behind me, miles and miles away. The barren stretch before me as far as I can see. And who's waiting at the end? Who indeed but she? She spread her arms, spread her heart, spread her legs, no? No. Show me that pretty face. And from that moment on, I found my dreams in her embrace. Jessica, is this song about Helena? Woodrow, who else? Jessica, if you ask me, her, it mentions might not be a specific person, but rather a broader idea. Leone, what sort of idea? Jessica, maybe this she is a home filled with everyone's dreams. Davistown itself. And then, hey, that makes sense. Think about it. The second verse talks about her body, right? Not that this body. That's the energy tower. Her hair is the white smoke coming from it. And her burning heart must be the plant's furnace. Okay, itu terlalu maksa sih kayaknya. Kayaknya ketika dia berbicara tentang the second verse talks about her body, right? Well, I think that second verse is talking about this body. Should be. There would be none other than this body. Should be this body. Sampai mana tadi bacanya? Oh, bentar dulu, masih tenggelam. Oke. Susah kalau itu, emang susah gangguannya, susah itu. Susah untuk di-ignore. Elena. And in that section you fellas just sang with her arms and her embrace. And that just like those two long railroad tracks embracing everyone here. So many pioneers carve out this piece of land bit by bit. With the tools in their hands, it became the place they started their families and businesses in. And after that, even more youngsters arrive with their dreams and aspirations, following the footsteps of the previous generation and pitching in their youth and passion. Bisa aja bukan itu maksud lagunya. Ya udahlah, apa-apalah. She and only she is worthy of everyone's admiration. I knew it. It all makes sense now. No, it doesn't make any sense to me. Elena. Anyhow, no way in hell anybody's spinning all their hopes and dreams on my body. Now this, something hard to ignore again. This is really hard to ignore. Mancing-mancing Helenanya malah. Now, Helenanya, anyhow, kata dia, no way in hell anybody spinning all their hopes and dreams on my body. Why not? Why wouldn't someone pinning on their hopes on such body? Why not, Helena? Why not? Tell us why not. You can't be so naive. This could be anyone but you. You are the only one with that body. And the song is clearly 100% talking about your body, not fucking with those apa nama kotanya? The engineer had nothing more to say. His eyelids droop as he settles back slightly. The restaurant owner's words whisking him back to the past. He remembers the soot-stained faces of his co-workers when they went home after a long shift. Soot-stained face. He remembers how his neighbors would greet him in the morning when he left for work. He remembers the cool and refreshing beer. The cool and refreshing beer foam escaping from the rim of his glass, and the warmth on his cheeks from the children's kisses. His thoughts are wild and turbulent, and they fill his heart with warmth and comfort. Just like the song he is humming right now. Completely tuneless, yet moving nevertheless. Leon. And who's waiting at the end? Who indeed but she? She spread her arms, spread her heart, spread her legs. No, show me that pretty face. Sorry, couldn't contain myself. And from that moment on, I found my dreams in her embrace. The others in the room stopped. The others in the room stopped what they are doing and make no other sounds. Only the engineer's voice is allowed to fill the entire restaurant. Engineer's voice itu maksudnya si Leon ya. Jadi si Leon doang yang nyanyi. After a while, the boiler worker's coarse voice joins the song, and the restaurant owner begins to hum along softly. Even Woodrow, whose attention had been seized by the food on his plate, cannot help but tap his fingertips against his knees to the beat. Only Jessica feels gripped by an inexplicable unease, as if there is a dark shadow in her heart that will not go away. Anjir, Jessica ngebayarin utang orang-orang ini, cok. Such a beautiful dermawan lady. Kacau Jessica ini emang. Apa terlalu kaya apa gimana? The man who wasn't there. The man who wasn't there.
Minasan, もう一度防護装備の確認をお願いします。溶岩と安全な距離を保って、体調の報告は怠らないようにしてください。
Oke, dia ngasih SP ya ke musuh.
Hade ni yari suginai you ni ne.
Taruh myrtle. Jessica.
これでよし。絶対許しません。
Ya, mati dong Jessica-nya.
Wah, Ringo chan, kyou mo yoroshiku ne.
Kehil nggak nih? Nggak nyampe. Ya, sorry Jessica. Salah naro. Sorry ya Jessica. Salah naro gimana? Oh, super saya dia. Let's see what you got. Berat kan palunya. Oke.
Minna, kochi kite.
Oke. Dari sini sih cukup.
絶好のチャンスだ。
私の声に応えろ。
準備はできている。
準備はできている。
頼みは何だ。自分の釣りは乱してはならない。
Oke dah, beres selesai. Kita tinggal tunggu aja ya. Udah nggak mungkin ada yang lolos.
Minna,
Tobruk ungu. Mau kemana itu? Oh, dia nembus ya? Dia nembus ya, gue lupa. Sorry guys. Ah! Oh, mati.
準備はできている。
リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
嫌気がさしてくる。
決断を前の
Kok nggak mati sih, Pak ya?
釘付けにしてやる。
任務概要なんてただの紙くずよ。あんたが何をしたいか知ってるわ。
Oh, udah ada keluar cuma 21 orang doang. Nggak kepake Franka Riksan sama Jessica-nya. Minano Nihongo. Shakusho. Apa itu Shakusho? Shakusho adalah kantor wali kota. Shakusho. Leon. She spread her arms, spread her heart. Masih nyanyi. Show me that pretty face. And from that moment on, I found my dreams in her embrace. Elena. I still remember when you fellas got together to sing that back in the day. Your voices lit up the entire room. Felt like your singing cleared up the winter fog that year. Jessica, always the same song as just now, man? And hardly. They knew all sorts of songs. The miners came from all over, bringing so many songs in so many languages. Jessica, does Woodrow also know how to sing? Leon, he ain't much of a talker. Whenever we all get together, he just stuff his face, like now. Woodrow. Elena, Where are you gonna crack open the bottle of champagne I brought back? Helena, shoot, I really am getting old, huh? Nearly forgot. Getting old, lady? Sure, getting old. Jessica, about Miles, Leon, don't worry about him. Said he wanted to take a stroll, so he did. Just pop the cork and pour him a glass. You can toast when he comes back. Alright, without further ado, the cork shoots out with a pop. Golden white and silver foam splashing out at the same time. Sweet aroma spreads across the room, and wondrous befuddlement sparkles in the eyes of everyone at the table. Helena, here, Jessica. You are the star tonight, so the first glass is for you. Jessica, thank you. Helena, next up is you, Woody. Thanks for helping her talk some sense into that stubborn old burdened beast. Woodrow, don't mention it. Helena, this one's for Miles. This one's for me. And last, and definitely least, is you, Leon, for killing us with worry all this time. Leon, okay, I deserve that. Leon, to be perfectly honest, Helena, if you got something to say, better wait for Miles. You ain't gonna leave him out like that, are you? Leon, oh yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. The table that had been lively all evening falls quiet, and the spilled champagne seeps silently into dark, unseen places, past bowls and plates. Benny, excuse me. Jessica, what is it, Benny? Past cups and saucers. Benny, actually, there is something I wanted to announce to everyone. Leon, was wondering why you were so quiet today, but I guess you had something brewing, waiting to snatch the spotlight from your dad at the dinner table. Elena, Benny, why don't you wait for Miles too? Past empty wine bottles. Benny, no, I think now's the best time. Until it flows over the table's edge and seeps into the floor. Snap. Benny, I'm leaving. Alah, udah ini gue udah nggak kaget. Gue cerita Art Night pasti abis senang-senang kayak gitu, terus tiba-tiba teng sok sedih lagi. I'm leaving. Leone, guess you finally got sick of us noisy old farts. Can't you wait for Miles to get back so we can share one last drink before we say goodbye? Benny, no, I mean, I'm leaving Davistown. Oh yeah, Davistown. Leon, look at this kid, getting drunk without touching a drop of champagne. Benny, no, I'm perfectly sober. It's something I've been meaning to get out of my chest, but I never got the chance. So I'm saying it now. Leon. Miles, what's wrong? Why does everyone look like it just started raining? Benny, Miles, Elena, Benny just said that he wants to leave Davistown. Miles, what? Woodrow, how long you been thinking about this, boy? Benny, about a year or so. Benny, last month, Miss Elena from next door came over and said that her daughter in Ironforge City managed to find a caravan willing to come through here. She said she was planning to go with it, to follow her daughter. What? Are you still here, WIB? Ba't bang, Moles? Okay, WIB. Good luck. Gambarimasu. Gambarimasu. Benny, she asked if I wanted to come. She thought it'd be a waste of my talents to stay. No matter how much I learn here, I wouldn't have a place to use any of it. She told me she didn't want me to become the next Sylvia. Sylvia di Clerks, di Budedoke? Uketsuke ya. Ada tuh animenya. Uketsuke yang one hit dungeon boss. Just so she could come home earlier. Apa ya judulnya? Judulnya susah, sekarang nonton anime nggak ingat judulnya. Don't worry, there are plenty of boarding schools in Iron Forge. Ini nama kotanya Iron Forge beneran. Gila, Iron Forge, kota dwarf di ini loh, di World of Warcraft. Sword, earth, and fire, heed my call. The Iron Forge City. Iron Force City. Jadi kita Iron Force City. Tuh kan? Nomor 1 pasti ini yang keluar. Kota dwarf. Storm, earth, and fire. Heed my call. Hanya gue udah kayak nerd banget ya. Belaga kayak nerd. Okay, that's Iron Forge for you. Dwarven City, a dwarven city in Azeroth. Tapi ini pastinya nih Iron Forge-nya beda ya. Ini Iron Forge di itu apa? Dunianya Artnet, lupa lagi gua. Malah apa sih? Terra. Don't worry, there are plenty of boarding schools in Iron Forge City willing to provide scholarship so you can study there. Miles. Benny, why wait so long to discuss this with us? It's a big decision. You know better than that. Benny, I'm sorry, Miles. Woodrow, he ain't asking for our input. Just letting us know the decision he's made. Have you thought this through? Weigh the pros and cons? Who knows? This place might perk up once it gets moving again. You can always decide it then. Benny, I don't want to wait that long. The only reason you are all willing to stay put and pray things get better is because you remember the good old days. But I don't. This place has been a dump for as long as I can remember. My adoptive father worked so hard for this place, throwing away everything else without hesitation. My brother took his place as a pillar of the family and wanted to join the mercenary group when he came of age to earn money to send back home. But a few years later, those people sent his belongings back with no explanation in the attached letter, except a few lines saying they're sorry. There should have been another path for him back then. Just like, this should be one for me now. Am I wrong, Woodrow? So, when are you leaving? Benny. Tomorrow. I know I shouldn't have waited this long to tell you, but if I don't say it now, I'll never get another chance. So there it is. Okay. The boy glances across the table at his father, mustering the courage to look him in the eyes. He desperately hopes to see anger and resentment. That would make him feel a little less guilty, a little less conflicted. But his father simply hangs his head and remains silent, completely at a loss for words. Leone, it's fine. I'll be alright. It's not a bad idea. You should leave. You deserve it. Elena gives Leon a few pats on the shoulder, but he simply continues to mechanically repeat a few words of approval, prompting her to shake him a bit harder. Leon, itu Jessica headsetnya taruh dulu nggak apa ya? It's fine. It's fine, Helena. It'll be alright. This is how it should be. Woodrow, then I wish you safe journey. Take care of yourself, kid. Take care of yourself, kid. Oh, why is it so damn cold here? Pick up some wood we can burn. Did I do better yet? Judging from how you curled up into a ball. I'm guessing you've never been through anything like this. How could your folks think you'd make it as a mercenary? Huh? You decided on it yourself? But why? Did you get in a fight with your family? Oh, there are people you want to protect and problems you want to solve, huh? Sounds pretty ambitious. Sounds pretty ambitious if you ask me. I'm a bit jealous, to be honest. Most people you see out here in these ruins on the battlefield were pushed here by circumstance, myself included. Driven by poverty, by injustice, by darkness and violence, we often pick up our weapons and rashly open fire, without worrying about what we're aiming at. Right up until we finally step in a puddle of mud and look down at our footprints, only to realize that what we just stepped in was a river of blood. When that happens, I'm sure there's some noble ideal that can keep you from collapsing in defeat. Too bad I never found out what it was. I was only in it for the money. My family owes a lot of money, and my little brother, well, he's damn smart. If he'd been born rich, he'd be at the top of his class. Jangan-jangan ini adanya Benny. But if he stays back home, the only future he's got is as debt collector. Jessica. Ini Jessica dulu nih. I don't think that counts as being in it only for the money. You're doing it for your family. That's noble too. Oh kan bener kan? Terkait. Hey, who can say But for now, at least, we're doing it just to survive. Jessica, the attack about to begin. Gitu. Stop drinking already, Leon. Leon, can I sleep at the diner tonight? Elena, if you want. Miles whispers. Poor fella, just look at him. Elena whispers. It's just like 7 years ago. Leon, what? You guys gonna talk about Carl now? Don't mind me. No need to tiptoe around it. Oh yeah, Carl. Yeah. Leon, this is already the second time. The second time. Twice now. So why are you avoiding me? You think I can handle it? Iya, Carl ya. Kayaknya pernah ketemu ya sama Jessica tuh. Iya, dia pernah ketemu sama Jessica kayaknya nih. Sebentar ini ada mana? Buka puasa bersama. Dia bisa lebih detik. Nah, nope. Okay, thank you for bringing me here, Jessica. You can head back now. Jessica, I still don't feel very good about this, Benji. I don't think your boss will be happy with how you're always fretting over us, Jessica. I just can't bear to stand on the sidelines when there's something I can do. Benny, still, your help that keeps the house, so thanks again. Jessica. But the reason he finally sold his shares was because of you, Benny. I know. He had to give up what was most precious to him just to keep a roof over my head. But with me gone, he'll finally be free to do what he really wants. In that sense, the house was never the obstacle. It was me and my brother. You remember my brother? Jessica, you were talking about Carl? I've heard you and Elna mention him before. Yeah, we know him as Carl, but over at Blacksteel, he went by a code name Black Plate. Black Plate. Jessica. Black Plate? Tuh kan beneran ada sebuah masa lalu kayak terhubung ya. Miles, it's water under the bridge, Leon. Why dredge it up now? Elena, no point trying to stop him, Miles. Just let him talk. He never brought it up, so we didn't say anything. But now that he was to look back, it's our job to let him. Miles, I suppose. I didn't ask for this thought. I didn't ask for these thoughts. But in the dead of the night, do I really have any control over what pops into my head? The more I dwell on it, the more painful it was. The less it made sense. But Benny figured out all a long time ago. He was right. Every step Carl took was never really his own choice, because I was too stubborn, too arrogant, I ended up running I ended up running everything dry. Our money, our lives, and our choices. When I was little, when I was little, there was a miner who would always complain how nothing was easy anymore when you're middle aged. You run out of energy and can only focus on a few things at the same time at a time. So you gotta be smart. You gotta keep your eyes on what really matters. Stop being greedy. But when it was my turn to grow old, I just refused to accept it. I grabbed the wrong end of the rope. Fuck! Emang gara-gara lo, sayang aja tai. And held on for dear life. Told myself I was a brave warrior fighting the good fight against fate itself. Jir. Bapak-bapak halu. And what do I have to show for it? Boo! Fought my way into a mountain of death. Fall for the death is down on his last legs. Fall for my eldest to die on battlefield. My second son saw right through me, so why wouldn't you run the hell away? Miles. Yo, we all know how much the Miles means to you. Leo, then tell me, how much? Because I haven't a damn clue at this point. Leo, all I know is that I should have held in onto those little hands back then. The hands of my children. I was a damn fool. How could I not see the writing on the walls when I heard that complaint? I should have etched those words all into my mind. Ah, tolol man. Gara-gara dia emang. Still ya, nggak puas gue dia kayak merasa bersalah gitu sekarang. Nggak harus sih. My dad might be an old fool with the memory of a thief, but I am not. I recognized you the moment I saw you. The emblem on your uniform and your gear, it's the exact same one I saw on the back with Carl's personal effects. Jessica, he was your brother? I never realized. Benny, did he never tell you his real name? Or did you simply forget all about him? Jessica, I remember him. I didn't work with him for very long, but how could I forget? Benny, you actually work with Carl? Jessica, in Chernobyl, we were left together to scout out the strength of the enemies hidden in the ruins. What? Oh, so, he was with Jessica on Chernobyl. In Chernobyl. Yeah. Okay. I was there when he was injured. I was so flustered at the time. My mind went completely blank. Benny, you were there when he died. Jessica, yes, I was. Benny, but you still didn't know his real name. Jessica, actually, the time I spent with him was very short. Actually, I was so scared back then that I barely remember a thing. Masih jadi Jessica yang penakut. Actually, mercenaries always keep a few secrets close to their hearts that they don't readily disclose to others. Actually, there is no actually at all. Jessica knows this very well. Jessica, I am sorry. Jessica, Benny, it's alright. That wasn't the point I was trying to make. Benny, what I wanted to know is, Have you ever seen a silver ring inlaid with diamonds? It belonged to his biological mother, and he always carried it with him. But it wasn't in the bag sent back by your company. If you watch him die, then surely you know what happened to it. Were you the one who took it? If so, give me back my brother's things. Jessica. No, I have no idea. I've never seen him with a ring like that. Maybe it got lost. Benny. How could Carl possibly lose that ring? Board bank employee. Finally done with the last one. Let's take a look. Oh ho, number 120. With just a few strokes of the pen, 120 people have been sent to the frontier. Well, you better keep that pen moving, or you'll be next. Sylvia, mind getting the lights? I'm going to go lie down for a sec. Sylvia, 120 people. Sylvia's stress and anxiety make her habitually reach up to fumble around her collar. As soon as she feels the familiar ring resting atop her chest, she hastily gives it a squeeze. What? As soon as she feels the familiar ring resting atop her chest. Wow, berarti Sylvia ini siapa-siapanya kakaknya. Sylvia ini ada hubungan sama Carl. The ring is unyielding texture digs into her palms, yet gradually calms her down as well. Just like that embrace 7 years ago. It was so tight she couldn't breathe, yet it eventually placated her surging tears. Sylvia, Carl, what should I do? Tuh kan, iya kan bener. Dia ngasih cincinnya ke Sylvia. What else is there for me to do? Benny, since you don't know where it is, head back, Jessica. Thanks for sending me off. Honestly, I'm grateful that you convinced Dad to choose the house. Now, even if I decide to leave, he won't be left with nothing. At the end of the day, those shares did nothing but make him feel a bit better. Not a damn thing. If he ultimately wasn't able to keep the house, would you still have chosen to leave? I don't know. I don't want to be an obstinate fool, but I don't want to be an ingrate either. Alright, this is goodbye for real, Jessica. Benny, why are you still following me? What do you hope to accomplish? What can you even do at this point? Jessica, I'm not sure myself. All I know is, I don't think you should live like this. Benny, please, go back already. I'm begging you. You are holding a golden nail in your hand. It's extremely valuable, but please don't use it to repair paper houses. Oke, dia ngeluarin metafor ya di situ ya. In the end, no matter how hard you work at it, all you'll be left with are a few extra holes. Paper that thin will crumble under its weight anyway. Okay, got it. Go back to where you belong. The house sweat in silver and gold. Find a place where you can drive that nail in. That's where it truly belongs. Kok gitu sih? Boleh gitu dong, Jessica. Benny. So please just stop following me, alright? terpaksa mengeluarkan kata-kata kasar ya. Jessica. Has Benny gone back yet? Jessica. Yes, Woodrow. I saw him home. Woodrow. Then why ain't you heading back too? Jessica. I won't be able to fall asleep even if I do. I wanted a little bit of time for myself. Woodrow. What the hell did that brat say to you? Jessica. Just something very reasonable. It reminded me of Woodrow. Oh? It reminded me of a few things. A few things I should have already known. Oh, gua ngerti ini ceritanya. Ya, ini cerita bagaimana sebenarnya karakter development si ini ya, Jessica ya. Ever since I was little, helping others was like grabbing a little yellow toy Falbis in a crystal clear bathtub. All I had to do was extend my hand, and I'd be able to prevent the tub from spilling over. But that's because the faucet built with the wealth and authority bestowed to me only dispense the warmest, clearest water. That's why everything around me always looks so pristine. But as soon as I step out from that bathtub, from my family circle, I came face to face with reality. Reality is a murky quagmire. When you reach it, you have no idea what you pull out or what you touch. There's no reason for you to agonize over this, kata Woodrow eh. Woodrow, to be blunt, nothing you did meant a damn thing to Benny's final decision. Nothing you did meant a damn thing to Benny's final decision. I watched that kid grow up. He's been full of good ideas since he was little. Great ideas. He really takes after someone I once knew. When he sorts things out in his head and makes up his mind, he'll set off in a straight line and never look back. He'll clear a path forward, but no way back. Jessica. Sounds like an extremely determined person, almost irrationally so, Woodrow. Hardly. He was the most rational person I know, the source of all our problems, as well as the solutions, can only be found on the road ahead of us. Jessica. I'm a bit jealous of people like that. Being that perceptive at a young age must save you a lot of unnecessary detours. Woodrow. Don't ever envy people for that, Jessica. Jessica. Why do you say that, Woodrow? Because they'll end up bald. Not a single strand of hair. Jessica. Thanks for the reassurance. Iya benar.
クリア。全ターゲットを鎮圧。
Jessica character development sudden impact. Go on, make your day even more exciting. Oke, sampai sini dulu. Apa kayak recapnya ya. Jadi ini ceritanya itu si Jessica bersama Black Steel Company Mercenary Davis Town. Sedang berada di Davis Town. Mereka disewa tadinya untuk ya memperbaiki itu apa semacam power plant-nya lah. Ternyata ada masalah dan mereka ketemu mantan miner di kota itu. Ternyata kota itu sudah bangkrut, cuy. Bangkrutnya dari utang bank. Nah, orang-orang yang nggak bisa bayar utang banknya, rumahnya disita, harta bendanya diambil, dan pilihannya cuma disuruh keluar dari kota dengan tanpa membawa apapun, atau mendaftar sebagai pioneers, ya. Ya, mendaftar sebagai pioneers tuh kayak si siapa tuh arsitek yang sekolah di Columbia? Aduh lupa. Lupa. Dan pakai palu lupa. Vanguard pakai palu. Ya kan dia pernah jadi frontier juga ya. Ya. Jadi keluarga miner itu akhirnya dekat sama Jessica. Jessica ngebayarin utang-utangnya, nggak cuma dia tapi juga ada seorang pemilik ini apa? Dining itu kayak semacam ini lah ya. Isateng kali ya. Kedai gitu lah ya. Iya, semacam kedai gitu. Tempat makan gitu lah. Restoran sih dibilangnya. Jadi bayarin juga utangnya sama Jessica. Jessica tinggal tanda tangan cek di situ. Sampai ada efeknya tanda tangan. Tinggal tanda tangan cek doang dia. Kebayar semuanya. Anaknya pergi akhirnya dari kota itu. Anaknya ternyata bukan anak kandung ya, tapi kayak anak adopsi gitu. Benny namanya. Benny dan Clark. Clark itu ternyata pernah jadi mercenary juga di Black Steel, karena ketemu sama Jessica meski cuma sebentar katanya. Nggak tahu katanya udah mati sih, tapi bilangnya udah mati sih si Clark nah, si Ben kita mau pergi ke Iron Force City. Oke deh, ini adalah lanjutannya. Ceritanya kayaknya udah kalau kayak gitu apa ya, udah di tengah-tengah ya berarti ya. 2 weeks later, 2 minggu kemudian, ya 2 weeks later, Franca. Hey, Teacher Pat. I've been waiting here for nearly a whole day already. Lixarm. You saw the news that the messenger brought us from HQ, did you? Franca. They said that ETA is tomorrow afternoon. Lixarm. And also that we need to spend the day before preparing everything needed for the connection. Franca. The Davidstown connectors were working fine to start with. Laura got it all out and running in half a day. Huh? Laura got it all up and running in half a day. And now, we're just standing around with our thumbs up. With our thumbs up our butts. Lexar, if you're cold, you're free to use the tent we set up. Or warm yourself by the fire. Franca. What if I'm not cold? What if I'm afraid? Lexar. Of what? Franca. I don't know. I just really can't tell how this whole thing will go down. Lexan. Lexan brings her communicator to her ear, looking slightly impatient. It's not receiving any signal. This proves that Fort Barren, known to Black Steel's operators as the land ship, has yet to enter transmission range. Oke, Fort Barren itu kayak kapal induknya Black Steel ya. Ya land ship ya. Sudah selesai kah kerjaan mereka di sini? Laura. Not going to warm yourself up a little longer, Jessica? I'll pass. It's almost dark. I'll feel cold regardless. Laura. You shouldn't worry too much. I mean, yeah, I'm real mad about the bank too. But the landship is almost here. Jessica. Laura. The boss isn't about to let those banker bastards make a fool of us. Jessica. Boss? Which boss? Laura. Mr. Cliff, of course. Who else? Jessica. He? It's hard to say. I mean, in the end, he's a businessman. Jessica silently looks in the direction of the platform. Instinctively, she reaches into her pouch and rubs the bullet inside. Laura. Look over there! Is that a fire? Jessica. Where? Laura. Right on the plate, close to the mining district. Maybe they started a fire by accident while heating themselves up. Laura. Hold on, no! There's not just one. What is this? Laura. Jessica! Communicator. Team Black Steel. Ship estimated to arrive in Lixar. Acknowledge. Jessica. Let everybody know. Jessica. Captain, there are multiple distinct fires on the plate. I don't know what's going on, but I have to go check. Franca. Why now of all times? Well, we've already got the signal from the land ship. Fort Baron shouldn't be far. Udah mau nyampe jemputannya. Franca. Jessica! Jessica! Where are you going? Captain, what do we do? Lixar. Let her go. We'll continue the connection mission. Miles. What's with all the ruckus at this hour? Miles. Where's that noise coming from? Miles. Someone's pounding the plant? Woodrow. Woodrow grabs his firearm from under his pillow and listens closely to the commotion downstairs. Elena. Hurry up! Get down here, Woody! Someone broke in! Leon. Eesh, feels awful. If I'd known, I wouldn't have drunk so much. I'm so tired. Maybe I'll just lie down here. That way, I'll freeze to death on the street by tomorrow for sure. What's that noise? What's going on? Miles. What the hell is this? Black Steel Engineering team member. Run! These people just barge in, started smashing and looting. Miles. Who are they? Hard-hearted hoodlum. Huh, so it's you, Grams. Miles. You're the one from the snowfield. Hard-hearted hoodlum. I'm a pretty lucky guy, Grams. Shh, don't make a fuss. You'll attract others. You were really lucky too, getting away from me. But I wonder how long that luck will last. Black Steel Engineering team member. Run! You can't take him on! Lah? Black Steel juga gak ada perlawanan masa? Root Ruffian. So you here too, old timer? Good. Saves us the trouble of looking for you. What's going on, Helena? I figured you'd have knocked them all out. all out by the time I got downstairs. They've got a lot more reckless. Apaan reckless? They've got a lot more reckless. They've gotten a lot more reckless. They've really gone nuts. Hey now, no whispering. If you've got something nice to say, you can share it with the class. You ignorant brat. Rude ruffian. Those bullets must be real pricey, yeah? So expensive. You don't even have all 6 rounds loaded. Woodrow. Where are you getting at? Makes sense. There ain't a whole lot of materials you can use on display. I mean, if it weren't for that, how come you've been packing that piece every day for all these years? And I ain't never heard about nobody getting shot. Woodrow. Be my friends, those 2 bastards are well past their expiration date. Put them out of their misery, then help yourself to whatever you want, whatever you find. What are you people doing? Out of the way, Buzang. Who gave you the right to make trouble here? Here, let me treat you to another bottle. Now get some sleep. Nice one. Died as live with a drink and space. That's about everything there is to grab. Head to the next stop. Panic. What? Panic. Panic-stricken shop proprietor. Are you okay, Leon? Let me help you up. Those brats can be so cruel. Your face all bloody. Okay. I'm okay. Just a little dizzy. Look at how they smashed the place up. It wasn't just the display windows. Forget the windows. They cleaned out the whole store. What the hell is going on tonight? Yeah. We're short on time here, Grams. Quit it with the hide and seek. You're here, aren't you? What a pain! This place is so cluttered. No room to move at all. Get out of here already, you old bastard! Yeah, surprised you could dodge that with your leg. Guess I didn't give you enough credit. Let's see how long your luck's gonna hold out. Gah! Heh, got you. Honestly, you're lucky to die in this stinking place. Suits you just perfectly. Miles. Pan. Just a little more. Hang in there, old bones. It will work. It will definitely work. Oh my god, shit. Now I can finally say goodbye to you, old fart. Oh. Not so fast. It's over for you, punks. What's this? Steam? It burns! You're right though. The stinking place is my house. The stinking place is my home. So of course it's a great fit for me. Phew. No one makes trouble in my house. Ugh. You asked for this. Gas lu mukhe. Okay, you're right. It's not fully loaded, and it took quite a bit of trouble to get just to fire in my gun. Which is why I am wasting any on you. It's not worth it. The old man holsters his gun and removes his cufflinks. He then rolls back his sleeves to reveal his arms. Elena, really, Woody? At your age? When's the last time you saw me use my whip? Elena, when you sent those stock bills to the caravan for supplies outside the plate. So 3 or 4 years ago? Right, only 3 or 4 years ago. I'll take care of their leaders. Can you take care of the rest? Sure thing. Leave it to me. Make it quick. There's still time before dawn. Maybe we can catch some beauty sleep. Too bad, right? Any trees around to hang you from. I could try it from the roof, though. Oh my god. What are you talking about here? What's wrong? You got us surrounded, but none of you have the balls to lead the charge. Don't get cocky, you old bastard. This show's just getting started. Wah, gawat. What's the word on the street? What's the word on the street? What's going on tonight? These are all the bandages I have left. It's not enough to wrap your head, but press them against the wound. I'll stop the blood. I'm fine, just tell me what you know. At first, I had some things from the east side of the plate. You know, where all the thugs gather. They say lots of folks in town think that since we ain't never gonna pay the banks back, they might as well what? Might as well rob everyone, then flee to the frontier for a fresh start. You saw it. It's like they all went crazy. They're beating people up, smashing up stores, stealing everything. Wait, Leon, look. That's the direction of your home. Damn it. Sylvia. Manager, I heard the situation outside is pretty bad. Bank manager. Calm down, Sylvia. We're all safe here, inside the bank. Bank manager. They're a despicable bunch beyond redemption. But before us and only us, they're perfect gentlemen. If you were afraid, get some sleep. By the time you wake up, you'll never see them again. What do you mean? Has no one told you? Our business partners will be here soon. Before you know it, those men will be useless to us. Which is why when they suggested they leave town with some souvenirs, we had no reason not to go along with it. All we have to do is wait patiently, like we've done so many times. Hold tight, and everything will be as it should be. Manager, I just got a transmission from Blacksteel. Their landship is arriving sooner than expected. Not only are they here, they are here sooner than we thought. But it's all the same to us. Woodrow, looks like you didn't learn your lesson. Shit, every damn time. Shit, every damn time. It's either a lesson or a warning. You ever going to fight for real? My hand! If you're that eager to eat a bullet, I could oblige. Left foot or left hand, pick one. I have no idea. You can chase us off today, but there's more where we come from. Not one of you is ever gonna get away. I worry about myself first if I were you. What's that noise? Fire! Help! Ma'am? Is Leon still inside? I don't know. When I came out, the house was already on fire. Please make way, ma'am. What are you doing, girl? You can't go inside. The fire is too strong. You won't make it back out. Ma'am, please go find more people to help fight the fire. I'll go inside to look for Leon. Who is he to you anyway? Why put your life on the line to save him? An acquaintance. Now please let me go. That's it? Not even a friend? Don't do this. Jessica, why are you here? What are you doing? Leon? So you weren't inside? I saw it, Jessica. I saw it. Leon said Leon said she said she was gonna run into the fire looking for you. I thought of you. Don't cry, my girl. I'm doing just fine. But your house, it doesn't matter. It's okay. I can sleep over at Helena's. Good things no one else lived there. I had nothing but empty walls to look at anyway. It was suffocating. It was so bad it got burned down. Now there's nothing to dwell on anymore. What's that noise? What do I do? What do I do? What do you do? I told you it's burned down. Let it stay that way. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? No, what do you mean? What do I do? What's wrong? What do I do? What do I do? Black Steel Senior Operator. Tila, I see you going in and out of Mr. Cliff's office. Did Lizard Squad screw this up? No, there's an emergency situation on the plate, but they've completed their mission. The land ship will connect to Davistown very soon. Black season over. Got it! All those debtors will know better than to hang around once we're there. What you say? Sorry, my bad. But what did the boss say about it? Don't tell me he has a chance of heart just because people are making trouble. Everyone is to proceed according to plan. Alright! Blacktail Senior Operator. At last! Looking like we're almost there. First, there was a strange gust causing everyone's hair to flutter. Next, there was a rumble they felt beneath their feet. Finally, there was a loud boom in the sky, hundreds of yards away. Oh. Solitude? Breaking through the dense fog of the winter night, Fort Barron has finally arrived after its 2-week journey. Everyone is gathered on the streets or standing by the windows, watching it intently. Whether they welcome it or whether they welcome it or reject it, it arrives. Yeah. Whether this has been a nightmare or a pleasant dream, they are all jolted awake. So, yeah. Woodrow with the gun in his hand. His son very pleasant at being interrupted. He looks away from the vessel in the distance to find that the man on the ground has scurried away, leaving only a long, bloody tail. Should have shot his foot when I had chance. God damn it. Kayaknya udah mau habis ya berarti ceritanya, dia udah mau pulang, udah mau dijemput, tapi ada apa lagi ya? Masalah di di Davis tahun ini nggak tahu deh, apakah Davis tahun akhirnya selesai? Tapi tadi selesai sih. Balik lagi ya, ini mercenary sih ya dia. Emang sebaiknya gitu sih nggak ngambil peran kalau mercenary. Ini juga mercenary. Kamu kan dibayar. Nggak tahu deh, ini abis yang 5 ini ada lagi apa nggak tahu. Udah banyak banget yang masang tombol ungu. Tombol ungu. Ada klip-klip. Ini siapa sih? Black Steel Intelligence Squad member. Black Steel Intelligence Squad member. Black Steel Intelligence Squad member. 2 people died during the unrest. 4 are seriously wounded. Dozens more have lighter injuries. 13 shops and homes were looted. Small fires broke out in part of main streets. Fortunately, our squads managed to quickly bring the situation under control. Okay. Currently, we have mercenary teams stationed in the place's most important facilities and main roads to maintain public security and order. Okay, should I stop my report? Click. Let's pause here for now. Black Steel Intelligence Squad member. And if you'll excuse me, I'll come back in once you're done with your call. Click. No need, you can listen. Bank President. Apologies for calling this late, Mr. Cliff. We've put the reserve funds in storage, and I'd like to thank everyone for escorting them all this way. Cliff. No need to thank us for fulfilling our contract. Also, I'd rather discuss what comes next. The towing in person. Bank President. When will you be free? Tomorrow at noon? Cliff. Sure, I'll have my secretary arrange it. Bank President. I'd also like to ask another question, if you don't mind. Cliff. Go ahead. Bank President. I'm wondering, how do you plan to handle townsfolk who participated in the last night unrest? Cliff. We've detained the ones we caught on the land ship for we've detained the ones we caught on the land ship for the time being, and we're currently tracking down the rest. Bank President. Those thugs were already giving us a headache. They're in dire straits financially, and now they've turned to robbing others. Cliff. You sound pretty familiar with them. Bank President. Yes, they're all old acquaintances of the bank's debtor list. Cliff. Mind if we take a look at that? Bank President. Of course not. If you're going to look into the matter, you should start with these people. Elena. Thanks for bringing him over last night, Jessica. Is Leon alright when he's gone? And then his house, the only thing he had left burned down in that fire. Elena. He didn't say anything. He fell asleep as soon as I treated his wounds. Woodrow. He's lucky he spent his night getting wasted on the streets instead of sleeping in bed. Elena. That's enough out of you, Woody. That's enough out of you, Woody. Fine, I'll go check on him. Woodrow. Jessica, weren't you outside welcoming the land ship yesterday? Why did you come back all of a sudden? Jessica. Actually, Woodrow, I was looking for you, but I saw smoke coming from Leon's house, so I went there first. Woodrow. For me? What for? Jessica. Ever since I got here, I've been worrying non-stop about the land ship's arrival. Woodrow. But that's your company. Ain't it a good thing? Now you've got an entire fortress to your buddies to take over any problems you'll have been facing. Jessica. But that doesn't mean Black Steel being here would be good for the people of the plate. Nomadic platforms are expensive to build and extremely scarce resource. So the government won't just discard them. They'll probably refurbish the plate, upgrading it and integrating it into a larger settlement. Woodrow. Still not seeing the downside? Kata dia, Jessica. But they don't want the resident to stay, so they're doing everything they can to make them leave on their own. Okay. Woodrow. That's why the bank's here, Jessica. They've been recovered a lot of fallen platforms' assets through loan contracts and risky ventures. And they've sent a lot of people to the frontier too. Matters like this are perfectly legal. There's nothing for us to object to. Woodrow. Are the people really gonna take it though? Jessica. Maybe they don't have a choice. You've been here a lot longer than I have, so I'm sure you know better than I do. Woodrow. We still have a few tough nuts to crack. Jessica. Which is why They've engaged a mercenary group like Black Steel. Mizuki bukan sini? Bank President. Huh? And what about after undoubtedly thorough investigation? Do you plan to keep do you plan to keep the detainees at Fort Barren? Cliff. I might as well ask how you've dealt with them in the past. Bank President. We used to ship guys like them off to the frontier, where we still had police. Cliff. They will do the same. Bank President. Thank you for doing all this for us. Cliff. It's no big deal. Looking forward to our meeting tomorrow. Bank President. Hold on! Could I make a small request? Do we have additional security deployed at the bank? Cliff. No problem. I'll have my subordinates make any further arrangement. Bank President. Right. See you tomorrow then. Black Steel Intelligence Squad members. Cliff. What do you think? Tila. Tuh kan? Tila. Tyla. Black Steel Intelligence Squad member. That we're getting our hands dirty again? Cliff. What else can they do? They're all respectable people who can sully their reputation. So it's up to us, Mercs, to be the bad guys. Black Steel Intelligence Squad members. So how should we handle that last request from the bank? Cliff. Did they suffer any damage last night? Black Steel Intelligence Squad member. Just some obscene graffiti scrolled all over the building. Cliff. Whatever. Emotional damage counts as damage too. Just dispatch some people familiar with the situation. Cliff. The important thing for now is to figure out how to clear all this irrelevance off the boards before the plate starts moving. Okay, clear out all the irrelevant. Withdraw. So your landship ain't here just to tow the plate away, is it? Jessica. Helping the bank evict debtor and recover non-performing assets are both on the to-do list. As for the methods, I don't think they'll leave any room for concessions. Then what do you want me to do about it? Woodrow. Jessica. Before I came here, someone asked me to bring a bullet to you. Woodrow. A bullet? Woodrow. Who? My boss, Cliff. And who's that? When I was looking for you that day, there was an open drawer with a photo inside. Cliff is the man who had his arm around your shoulder. So he changed his name, huh? And now he's your boss. Jessica, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to look. But if you have a story, but if you have a story with each other, then maybe you could have a word with him. I don't know. If there's anyone he'll listen to, it's you, right? I really don't have any other ideas. Woodrow. Jessica. I appreciate you helping out Leon, Elena, and who knows who else. But I just can't wrap my head around why you're being so stubborn about this. You are a merc. You've got no duty to us. You don't have to stick your nose into every little thing you see. Jessica, back in Victoria, I sat back and just let things happen, and it ended horribly. It was all my fault, Woodrow. Thanks for bringing me the bullet. I've been looking for it for a long time now. Woodrow, you should get back to your friends first. Some things, all I can do is give it my best shot. Jessica. But Elena. Woody! The bed's empty. Woody, did Leon go out? Woodrow. I ran into him this morning. He's off looking for Miles. Elena. Then why did you tell me earlier? Woodrow. Let's just say I forgot. Itu siapanya? Leon sih emang. Elena ribet banget kayaknya. Leon. Come again? Black Steel Mercenary. My apologize, sir. But this place has been sealed off. And no one's allowed in or out. Leon. What do you mean no one's allowed in or out? I spent half of my life here. Let me through. Black Steel Mercenary. I'm sorry, sir. Leon. Hey, wait! What are you doing to me? Please forgive me, sir, but this is my job. Leon, get your ass back here. Leon? Miles, I was just about to go in there looking for you. You alright after that huge mess last night? Miles, I'm good, but what's with the huge wound on your head? Leon, I ran into the gang of troublemakers yesterday, and we exchanged a few blows. Why aren't you in the tower? Miles, those people barged in here after things quieted down. Said Blackstone would be taking over the maintenance work, and kindly escorted me out. Leon, did they do anything to you? Miles, glanced at the mercenary standing guard. No. Let's get out of here first. Not exactly the best place to talk. Miles, leave the door open, Leon. We have to get back to the plane later. How can anyone get in there with their eyes all over the place? Miles, I know an abandoned path into the tower. Hasn't been used in years. Leon, let's get going. Miles, what's the rush? I need to fetch some tools to clear the road, among other things. Leon, need any help? Miles, don't bother. I got everything here. Let's go. Leon, there's so much dust here. So long has this path been here? How to be at least 30 years since anyone last came through here. 30 years, yeah. Laura! Who's there? You already called me over. There's no need to send an escort. Huh? Miles and Leon? What are you guys doing here? How'd you get them to let you in? Miles, shh, keep it down, Laura. We just want to take a look around. Won't be long. Laura, fine, I'll let you know if the patrol comes around, but keep it quick. Leon, lucky we ran into her and not anyone else. Miles, sighing. Leon, what are you doing? There's already fuel in there, so why throw in more stuff to burn? Miles, remember what happened in July? So many people finally caved in and signed agreements to go to the frontier. How could I forget? Miles, well, the bank's been putting on the pressure again, and this time there's even more people talking about it. Miles, I asked a few families and some of them are already waiting for the frontier convoys. Others still want to hold out here, but how long can they keep it up? Leon, just get to the point, Miles. Miles, I'm planning to leave too. No one needs the Davistown mine no more. Even if they fix up the plate, no one's gonna care about us miners. Without jobs, we'll all end up living in disgrace anyhow. Miles, so you know, come with me, Leon. Leon, baby, you're right, but I still ain't leaving. Miles, yup, that's the Leon I know. Leon, so is that why you wanted to come here? Just to tell me that? Miles, no, I came because I wanted to. Burn what needs burning, I guess. before I leave. Leon. Wait! But there's so many photos of people in that album. You plan on burning all those too? Apa sih Leon? Tai kucing nih Leon. Miles, I ain't like you Leon. I want to spend the rest of my life here. Sentimental banget. Leon, I figured you were just that drunk when you said that last time. Miles, I had a notion of leaving this town even when I was young, but no way my parents could take care of all my younger siblings on their own. That's how I ended up stumbling into the mines in the stupor when I was 15. Miles, my eyes were scorched by the heat and sweat of the boiler room, while the older guys bossed me around. I hated every goddamn minute of it, but could only press on through clenched teeth while thinking about my family. And by the time I realized it, all I knew was taking care of the furnace. Didn't know any other way to live. Leon, you never told me all this. Leon, it hurt when Benny said he was leaving, but even then, I felt he made the right choice. Leon, so this has been a long time coming? Miles, yeah, let him go before this place ties him down. Maybe he can go to college, Iron Force City, try mounts, anywhere's fine as long as it ain't here. Leon, so you're saying I should be glad he got out in time? Miles, this land here has been squeezed dry, Leon. And those guys from the government are just gonna abandon it entirely or scoop in new soil from elsewhere. To them, we're just old trolls refusing to rot away. Nothing but trouble. Leon, wait, what's that? Was there a photo of your family in there? Leon reflexively moves to stick his hand into the furnace, but the photo vanishes in the puff of a blue smoke before he can even feel the heat. Miles, Benny must have left that one in. I wasn't too careful when packing it all up, sorry. Leon, it's fine, don't know why I wanted to grab it in the first place. Wonder how long it will take this blister to heal without treatment or medicine. The flames in the furnace blaze brightly, and a few sparks burst from within. They cool in the air and turn into a smattering speck of gray, falling onto the man's shoes. He sighs as he rubs the corners of his eyes, only to realize that the wetness that had been there has already dried up from the high temperature. Apaan sih Leon, tai kucing apaan sih? Nggak pergeso banget. Sir, anxious resident. Sir, this must be Sir, this must be a misunderstanding. I stayed home all night yesterday. Black Steel Mercenary, please cooperate with us, ma'am. Anxious resident. Sir, please, can you talk your superiors into being a little flexible? How can I leave for the frontier midwinter with a child in tow? Black Steel Mercenary. It seems you do know where we're taking you, so please just cooperate. We don't want to have to resort to force. Anxious resident. No! Kok jadi sedih sih di sini? Black Steel-nya juga ini banget lagi. Jahat. Hey, what are you doing? Jessica, Black Steel Mercenary. And which squad are you from? Jessica, Department of Equipment and Applied Technologies. Department of Equipment and Applied Technologies. Oh gitu dia. Temporarily transferred to BPRS Licks Arms Squad. Black Steel Mercenary. Oh, so you're that little princess I've heard so much about. An honor to meet you, little princess. So you are that little princess I've heard so much about. An honor to meet you, Black Steel Mercenary. We're under orders to trace the source of last night's unrest. Locals with heavy debt are our prime suspects. So that's where we're starting out investigation. Jessica, does your list include a single mom with a child too? Single mom with a child. Black Steel Mercenary, just following orders. Besides, even if she's innocent, we still have to repossess her mortgage property. Jessica. Repossess mortgage property. So this is why the boss had that word with me? Black Steel Mercenary. Listen, I don't see what the boss had to do with this, but I do know you are hindering my work here. Jessica. Don't you realize that you're doing the exact same thing as those gangsters you arrested? Black Steel Mercenary. Orders, princess. Just following orders. Don't make me repeat myself. Black Steel Mercenary. Reporting, I found the woman. Anxious resident. Sir, please, I'm begging you. Jessica. Let that lady go! Black Steel Mercenary. What? Jessica. I said let her go. Black Steel Mercenary. We're not the same as you, princess. We need these paychecks to eat. Jessica. Paychecks. Is your paychecks? No, I mean, I'm saying I can pay you. Well, there it is. A little princess. I can pay you. Black Steel Mercenary. What's this now? Bribery? Radiant's little lady is actually trying to bribe me? Radiant's little lady. Radiant's little lady is actually trying to bribe me? Jessica. Yes, I'm just a stupid little rich girl who throws money at all her problems. Okay? Black Steel Mercenary. Guess there's no need for professional integrity when you've got a family like that at your back. But me, I can only trade my conscience for cash at Black Steel. I'm glad you're so self-aware, but it really doesn't matter. Just stop making things difficult for us lowly peasants. If you've got money to burn, why not head on over to the bank and pay off all their debts? Easy there, princess. Take your finger off the trigger, yeah? I know you lost your head for a bit there, but we still have to act according to our stations. Jessica. What? Jessica lowers her head to find that at some point her hand had moved to her holster. When she sees what is probably an expression of both wariness and disdain on the mercenary's face, she ends up swallowing her apology as she turns around and runs towards the bank. Nggak ada yang bisa nolongin apa? Siapa gitu? CP5 Shadow of a Doubt.
出撃の許可が下りました。
敵か。
Oke. Dia pakai itu. Pakai
みんな助けに来た
Stories
よ
bling-bling gitu.
Mendou da na.
わあみんな
Mati nggak
こ
tuh?
っち来て
Meledak. Oh ya, masih bisa ya. Oke. Oke.
絶好のチャンスだ
Myrtle!
警戒態勢を維持します。
決断を下った私の庭からとっとと出ていけ
Kok ini ditembakin ya? Supaya apa ya? Oh iya, supaya ini ya, nembakin laser gini ya. Kalau gitu ini aja juga dong.
気配を感じたら剣を抜きます
Gitu kan asik. Easy peasy lah. Bisa Adel di sini.
任務概要なんてただの紙くずよ。あんたが何をしたいか知ってるわ。
Super saya ya.
頼みは何私の庭からとっとと出ていけ
Terus. Terus. Nggak bakal selamat lagi. Nggak bakal selamat.
私をここに発見するのがあんた。毎回カウントするなんて誰が言ったのかしら。
Tapi langsung jalan sih nggak apa-apa. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Let's go. Sylvia, why is someone still outside this late? Sylvia, is that Jessica? Oh ya, Jessica ke bank ya tadi ya. Lari kabur ke bank. Sylvia, what brings you here at this hour, Miss Jessica? I have some business here. Sylvia, let's talk inside, shall we? Bank manager. What's going on, Sylvia? Didn't I tell you to keep the door closed at night? Recently, those people from Black still have been... Bank manager. So it was you, miss. I'm not sure why you've paid us a visit at this hour, but how may I serve you? How may I serve you? Jessica. Don't chase them out. Bank manager. Chase them out? Who exactly? Jessica. The resident with debts. Don't let Black Steel drive them out. Bank manager. Who's this coming from? Mr. Cliff? Jessica. It's from me. Bank manager. Did I hear that right?
If this is a joke, I'm not sure where I get it. Jessica, I am serious. If you need someone to pay off their debts, then I'll pay it off for them. At least enough to let them stay through winter. Sending them to the frontier now is no different from a death sentence. Bank manager. What holds sway in a bank are not the delusions of a mercenary, but honest to goodness gold certificates. I have the certs. This isn't a crazy fantasy. I can walk the walk and pay off their debts. Bank manager, I'm sorry, but the bank doesn't have time to indulge your nonsense. Jessica, I am the daughter of Bernie Burnley, the CEO and largest shareholder of Radiant Industries. Mampus lo. Kan? Mau ngomong apa lagi tuh, udah dibilang kayak gitu kan. Jessica freezes on the spot as soon as she finishes speaking. Ever since she joined Blacksteel, she has never once relied on her father or her family to handle any setbacks she's faced. This was her one unwavering insistence. She did not want any special treatment because of her family name. She had just enlisted the name of her father, as well as the one that sits on their family crest. Bank manager. Bernie Brinley? You must be quite the big shot then, Miss Jessica Brinley. Spare me the sarcasm, ma'am. Just give me the number. Bank manager. I can't give you an exact figure on the spot, but no matter. Sylvia is here, and she's always been good with numbers. Where are you standing there for, Sylvia? Tell her. Miss Sylvia, bank manager. She's a child of Brinley family. It should be paltry sum to her. Sylvia, this isn't a good idea. Bank manager. Tell her, Sylvia. Sylvia. Currently, everyone's debt in Davistown's roughly total is to 276 million certs. If we calculate the interest until spring, the amount you'll need is roughly... Jessica, how much? Asik. Masih ini juga dia. Masih nyantai aja. How much katanya? 28 million 450,000 gold certificates. Oke, nggak tahu sebanyak apa ya kalau certificates. Certificates kan beda-beda, tapi ya ada yang Columbia. Kalau certificates? 28 million? Iya, sebentar. Lagi pulang tanggung. Penasaran. Okay. A small price for 3 months of peace and stability on the plate, no? Oh, small price? At a loss for words, Miss Briley. I don't have that much on the hand right now, but I can make the arrangement. Okay, 28 million, 28 million, 45, 400, 400, 455,000. So even a trust fund heirs can't withdraw that much money in one go. I've learned something new today. I know Jessica, Sylvia, ini utangnya nggak masuk akal sih kalau dari gitu. Gimana sih sistem ekonominya nggak jelas? Jaminannya apa? You're not from Davistown. There's really no need to do this for our sake. Nggak masuk akal. Kali ini ceritanya nggak masuk akal ya. Ya ini sih terlalu fantasi sih. Listen to me, you should just leave. Nggak tahu ya. Emang bisa begitu? Even if you have enough for this time, could you afford the next one or the one after that? Jessica's lips tremble as she fails to let even a single word out. She knows Sylvia's not being right, but just stating the facts. Long strings of numbers in her account can ensure a carefree lifetime for her, but isn't enough to guarantee even the month's stability for people of this plate. Nggak cukup duitnya dia. She thinks back to her father's earnest reminders to always act within her means and to weigh the pros and cons before doing so. She never learned to, and thus has no achievements to her name. Oh, poor Jessica. So jubilant, so wanting to help, but Secretary, sir, are you in there? But Cliff, yes, what's the matter? Secretary, he is here. Is it a good time for you to meet? Oke, ini gue penasaran akhirnya bad ending apa good ending gitu aja sih sebenarnya. Sir? Yes, I heard you. Bring him in. Oke, itu ada yang mengunjungi Cliff kayaknya tadi ya. Cliff. Namanya lucu Cliff. Jessica, are you supposed to be back on the Black Steel Landship? Elena, is Woodrow back yet? Elena, no. He said he went out to see an old friend and isn't back yet. He all looks so good. What's wrong? Did something happen to Woody? No, he must have gone to our landship to meet the boss. They're old friends, so... Oh! Si ini yang ketemu tadi. So maybe he can change his mind. The boss of Black Steel? He never told me he knew a big shot like that. Doesn't he have a photo of him and some other Santa photo? That rings a bell. But ain't it always locked away in his drawer? How did you manage to look? That's not very important. What's important is the three in the photo were all smiles, right? Are you sure Woody went to look for the man in the photo? So you do know something about them. I don't know much about Woody's time in the Revolutionary War, and even less about the people in that photo. But back then, it was your boss who made the choice that led to Woody and the other men getting captured by the enemy and locked up in Camp Colus. Is that an internment camp? Said Jessica. Elena. You didn't know? Well, this ancient story. No official would ever bring it up, so of course, you young uns wouldn't know about it. It was a POW. It was a POW camp. It was a POW camp. It was a POW. It was a POW camp built by Victorian Army during the Colombian Revolutionary War. And what went on in there was a paling. I'm talking torture. Torture? Yeah, for every 10 that went in, only one made it out. So Jessica, who'd ever call someone who left them to rot in a place like that an old friend? Jessica recalls the brown identification document. She suddenly realized that the document's color was not just a random shade of brown, but the color of dried blood. Oh. Okay. Sir, are you in there? Terlalu banyak ininya nih. Twitch-nya nih, apa? Somber mercenary. Yes, what's the matter? He's here, sir. It's a good time for you to meet. Somber mercenary. Yes, just bring him in. Haggard looking man. May I sit? Somber mercenary. Of course. The somber mercenary. We have chairs, Woody. Haggard looking man. Sorry, got used to sitting on the ground this past 2 years. I forgot I can sit on chairs without getting beat up. Somber mercenary. Autumn 2019 Columbia Camps Colors. Oh iya bener ini ya. Ini si siapa namanya? Woody. Ini si Clip Clap nggak tuh? Clip. Haggard looking man calling me here. You got something to say to me? Somber mercenary. Yang mana yang somber? I figured you'll be one full of question for me. Haggard looking man yang ini kali ya. Ini mercenary kayak. Ini somber mercenary. Ini haggard looking man. No, just the one. Why did you back me up 3 years ago? Somber mercenary. The situation changed after you left. Once the enemy encirclement suddenly tightened around our right flank, I had no choice but to abandon the original rescue plan and conserve our forces. Haggard looking man. You're gonna write it off with just that understatement? You devised a rescue plan, sent me as a decoy, and in the end, you didn't even rescue him. Somber mercenary. The circumstances compelled me to take responsibility for my men. Haggard looking man. Don't give me that! With that face like you don't care. Somber mercenary. Why are you so obsessed with my expressions, Woody? You've been scrutinizing my face since the moment I stepped in. Since when did Sancta ever need to pay attention to body language? What's going on, Woody? Haggard looking man. It became a habit after he passed. After all, ain't no other Sancta in here. Somber mercenary. When did he die? The document only has one death stamp in here, and the rest aren't even recorded. Haggard looking man. I can't remember the details. Didn't have calendar or a watch. Probably last year? Early spring? No, summer. I saw a pansy outside the barbed wire fence that day. Somber mercenary. What happened? Haggard looking man. At first he was burning hot. He was mumbling non-stop, eyes wide open, and he was grabbing my sleeve like a lifeline, like he wanted to tell me something. So I moved closer to make out what he was trying to say. And what was it? Didn't hear. She let go of my sleeve. His eyes still open, pupils all dilated, pitch black. Like they could suck in everything around him. Haggard looking man, somber mercenary. Woody? Haggard looking man. So why did you come? The man turns his head, and with a blank stare returns in the mercenary's gaze. The black of his pupils incessantly spreads, circulates, and rotates, as if trying to swallow up everything in the surroundings. As the mercenary faces the other man's glare, he feels as if a hook has extended from out of nowhere, piercing through his ankle and relentlessly dragging him into the black vortex. Cliff. So what do I call you now? Heard you go by a different name. Cliff. Anything's fine. I was expecting you sooner, Woody. Woodrow. After what happened last night, I had so many things on my plate and so many friends to help out. If you need any help, you can always let me know. Be it cash or manpower. Thanks, Cliff, but no thanks. Help is only help. when it's on time, but coming from you, it's always overdue. Right, it's always best to get things done in a timely manner. Cliff. Woodrow. So what are you doing here? Cliff. Can an old friend start with a how do you do? Woodrow. It's not as simple as old friends between us. What made you think we'd be acting like friends when we saw each other again? Cliff. Then what would you rather be treated as? Woodrow. Anything else, really. Cliff. No need for sarcasm, Woody. I don't even see the point anymore. We're old now. Our hair's gone full white. This past decade, I've seen my friends getting one health problems after another and been attending funeral after funeral. Just meeting one that's still alive is hard enough. You live so far away, and I doubt I'll ever see your obituary in the papers, so I can see personally. Woodrow, you shouldn't have bothered. Ain't no place for you at my funeral anyhow. Cliff. That's a real shame, Woody. Didn't we make the pact to speak at each other's funerals all those years ago? Woodrow. I'm sure plenty of others will be happy for you to speak at theirs, but mine, just forget about it. Cliff. I hope you're not thinking I'm a fan of funerals. I only attend them because it's my old buddies in the coffins. Woodrows. And where do you sit? Among the friends and family? Cliff. Rarely. Unless their relative asks me to. I usually stand back and watch the whole thing from a distance. Woodrow. Why? Afraid you can't bear their pain? Cliff. Pain is a relative private experience for the other races. My best guess is that we can only deal with it on our own. Woodrow. Enough playing like we're friends, alright? I'll put it bluntly for you. I buried him on the hillside behind the Powell camp. Have you ever visited him? Cliff. Unfortunately, no. I haven't found the time. Woodrow. You haven't changed a bit. Terus jadinya apa obrolan kalian selain membahas masa lalu kalian? Elena. So why would he go looking for him? Jessica. It's my fault. I asked him to. Elena. What? You? I thought, on account of their past friendship, maybe my boss could be more lenient on everyone here. Elena. How could you be so naive, Jessica? Woody, Jessica, forget it. Now that it's come to this, I don't need to hide it from you. I'm planning to leave this place and head to the frontier. Oh, Helena ke frontier juga. Jessica, you too? Yeah, my regulars are all getting sent off one after the other, and only us old folks are left. What's the point in keeping the diner open? Besides, just look at the holes in my walls. After last night's fighting, I don't have it in me to patch them up anymore. I've invested so many years into this place, and enough is enough. Sorry, I'm so sorry, said Jessica. Elena. What you apologizing for, Jessica? Jessica. Because I didn't do anything. Nothing at all. I'm sorry. I really am. Elena. Don't blame yourself. You're the last person who should be doing that. You're an outsider. And the plate was on its left leg. And the plate was on its last legs. Just get back to your friends. Elena. You have your own life to live. No need to work yourself to the bone on our account. And the check you gave me back then, take it back. Jessica. But that's the only thing I can do for you. Take it, said Helena. Jessica. When do you plan to leave, Helena? Helena. Not too soon, I reckon. Still have to say my proper goodbyes after all. Jessica shuts the restaurant door behind her and stands in the daze on the doorstep, the check balled up in her fist. She suddenly lets loose a kick on a pile of snow by the road, sprinkling flakes of white down onto her head, wetting her hair. Wetting her hair. Titik ya. Some land on her forehead, cooling her burning heat. She retrieves a tape recorder from her bag and begins rewinding it, playing back the recording she has heard so many times. But you're just a naive little heiress. What can you even do? This thought fills her mind as she walks slowly back towards the giant black land ship. Where is the doctor? Where's Dokutah mana? At this rate, to help Jessica. Anyone hear that? Save us. Those sarcasms suddenly climb up the plate. Many people are dead, and the rest of us are hiding in the basement of City Hall. Bzz, bzz. We tried to contact Londinium's garrisons, but no one replied. No one at all. I don't care who it is, but if you can hear this message, please help us. You're our only hope. Bzz, bzz. Apalagi? Why did I even want to be a mercenary? I can save others people's life or even their livelihoods. Iya nggak usah jadi mercenary, jadi anggota Rhodes Island aja, ya nggak sih? Franka, where have you been all day, Jessica? We couldn't get in touch. Jessica, I went. It's nothing. I just went for a walk. Lixar, what happened? Jessica, Captain, I really have no idea why we're doing this mission. Franka, did you see something? Jessica, I saw our colleague evicting them I saw our colleague evicting them settled residents from their homes and putting them on convoys bound for the frontier. Franka, huh? Lixarm, ya gue udah tahu kata Lixarm. Franka, teacher's pet. Now's not the time to be staring at your communicator. Did you even hear what she said? Lixarm, I did, and I have news even more absurd than that. Orders from above. We'll be in charge of security at the bank. We have to stand watch 24 hours. It is up to us to figure out our shift rotation. What? Working security for the bank? Said Franka. Lixarm, correct. Jessica, huh? This is so goddamn ridiculous, kata Jessica. Lixarm, Jessica, you... Okay.
私、できました。自分の力で
Okay.
皆さんを守れましたか？
Oke, udah belum sih? Kayaknya udah deh. Tapi gantung lah kalau udah di situ. Nggak mungkin, harus ada lanjutannya, harus yang jelas dong ceritanya. Masih gantung sih itu. Oh iya masih ada. Sampai CV berapa sih? Nanti lanjut berarti habis buka puasa ya.